Your name is Saren. You are one of the Veiri, a species known for pointed ears, reflective eyes, and hearing sharp enough to detect a lie before the liar is finished swallowing. This sounds impressive until someone drops a fork in a quiet restaurant. Tonight you are waiting for Rick, your oldest friend. This dinner is supposed to celebrate his second year of sobriety. You have spent those 2 years answering late-night calls, removing bottles from his apartment, and pretending not to notice when he described 1 week without alcohol as practically a medical miracle. But 2 years is still 2 years. So when Rick asked you to buy him dinner at the most expensive restaurant in the district, you agreed. Rick chose the restaurant. Rick made the reservation. Rick has now failed to attend it. At the entrance, the host welcomed you as Mr. Weston. You assumed Rick had used another fake reservation name. He considers minor deception a form of privacy and major deception an emergency tool. You have been sitting under the wrong name for 38 minutes when your wrist lights up. Running late. Order the Angry Bush. Remove bitter fennel and worm seed. Don't touch it until I arrive. The dish contains 12 ingredients. You recognize 4. 2 sound poisonous. 1 appears to be a weather condition. You call the waitress over.
The Angry Bush.
Without bitter fennel and worm seed.
The full preparation.
I assume the price includes preparation.
For here or to go?
For here.
Will Mr. Weston be joining you?
If time remains part of Rick's belief system.
A sensible person might notice that something is wrong. You notice that the restaurant has already charged your account.
You should wait for your companion.
He has had 2 years to practice waiting.
The Angry Bush is smaller than your fist. At this price, every leaf should contain a personal apology. You take 1 bite. It tastes like nothing. Not bitter, not sweet, not even unpleasant. The flavor is simply absent, as though your tongue has encountered an object that has not yet decided whether it is food. Your wrist vibrates. You glance at it, but the message preview is hidden beneath your sleeve. You take another bite, then another. The dish becomes less appetizing with each mouthful, which somehow makes finishing it feel more important. You eat mostly out of financial revenge. I sent it. I shouldn't have. Do not eat it. This is where your evening catches up with itself. You look at the empty plate, then at Rick's warning, then back at the empty plate in case the food has reconsidered and returned. For several seconds, nothing happens. You begin composing a furious reply. Then the water in your glass becomes the most beautiful object you have ever seen. You wonder why civilizations build monuments when water already knows how to do this. The cold spreads through your chest like a river discovering gravity. Your anger disappears. The next moment, all of it feels forgivable. Your mind opens. Every conversation in the room separates into a clean individual thread. A cook sharpens a knife behind 2 walls. Someone near the kitchen has a rapidly accelerating heartbeat. Then you hear the electricity crawling inside the ceiling. The music slows. Or you do. The stranger is still watching through the kitchen window. His left ear has a broken tip. His eyes are gray. The waitress passes your table and removes the empty plate using both gloved hands. She does not ask whether you enjoyed it. Your wrist flashes. How much did you eat? The glass of water is no longer beautiful. Your stomach tightens. You stand and walk toward the basement restroom with as much dignity as your newly flexible understanding of gravity permits. For the first time all evening, you are alone. You breathe slowly. In, out. The music from the ceiling stretches into long, trembling notes. You count the beats, but the distance between them keeps changing. The restroom door opens. Heavy footsteps cross the tiles. A sink runs. Water strikes porcelain with enough detail to become a landscape. Then the hand dryer starts. To most species, a hand dryer is irritating. To a drugged Veiri, it sounds like a machine begging for death. The noise drills through your ears and into the back of your teeth. When it finally stops, the silence feels physical. The footsteps do not leave. They approach your stall. The neighboring door opens. Someone sits.
Hello, Mr. Weston.
That is not my name.
It is the name on the reservation. How much did you eat?
All of it.
You removed bitter fennel and worm seed.
Rick told me to.
Those ingredients are the code.
For what?
A private compound.
The price. The gloves. The waitress asking whether you wanted the dish taken away. The pieces finally stop floating and connect.
The plate is a delivery system.
Yes.
What did it deliver?
Something unapproved, unstable, and still intensifying.
Is Rick in danger?
Rick is no longer your immediate concern. There is an injector in the cellar. It can stabilize your response.
Why is it in the cellar?
Because this conversation was not meant to happen in a restroom.
Neither was the drugging.
You were not supposed to touch the order.
I was not supposed to know it was an order.
A faint metallic click comes from Tony's stall. Saren looks toward the divider. Their glowing fingertips press into the wall.
Open the door.
What are you holding?
Your best remaining option.
It might be a weapon. It might be the injector. The drug makes both possibilities feel equally certain. You hear Tony's pulse, fast but controlled. Your fear begins to fade again, replaced by a clean and dangerous confidence. Behind the toilet is a heavy ceramic cover.
Now.
For 1 second, you hesitate. Tony might be planning to kill you. Tony might be the only person in the building trying to keep you alive. Tony reaches for the stall lock. You swing. The sound is disappointingly small. Life-changing decisions should not sound like someone dropping a melon onto carpet. You wait for movement. There is none. You unlock your stall and search his coat. There is no gun. Only a silver injector. Phase 2. His messages are still open. Subject: Rick. 7 days since relapse. Increase attachment dose. Public companion unaware. Reservation alias Weston. Phase 2 authorized. The reservation was never a harmless fake. Rick used your name, your clean record, and your presence as cover. A second file shows the restaurant floor. Your table is marked. Your chair is labeled Companion. The empty chair opposite is labeled Subject. Another message arrives. Retrieval team arriving. Keep Companion on site. Do not allow public disclosure. You hear a faint breath beneath the ceiling music. Tony is alive. Barely. A weak cough escapes him. For once, your hearing brings good news. You take the injector, leave him where he is, and return upstairs before the retrieval team reaches the basement. Rick has finally arrived. He looks at the light moving through your facial veins.
You ate it.
You sent it.
I tried to stop you.
After arranging it. 7 days since relapse.
It wasn't alcohol at first.
Rick says the angry bush was introduced to him 4 months ago as an experimental treatment. The first dose removed his desire for alcohol completely. He walked past a bottle without looking at it. He slept through the night. For 3 days, he believed he had been cured. Then food began tasting flat. Music became noise. Sleep stopped feeling restful. Conversations became tasks he had to complete.
The bush was the only thing that still felt real. When it wore off, everything felt farther away than before. They said that meant the treatment was working.
And tonight was a stronger dose.
Phase 2.
You brought me as cover.
They needed a clean reservation. Someone with no dependency record. Someone who wouldn't attract attention.
You chose me because I was safe.
I chose you because you always show up.
That answer hurts more than the lie.
I sent the order. Then I saw the dose they approved. I panicked.
So you sent a warning.
I thought you would read it.
You have known me for 20 years.
I'm sorry.
For once, you do not have a clever answer. The front doors close. The locks engage.
Place the injector on the table.
What did you give me?
The first compound redirects reward responses: alcohol, stimulants, gambling, compulsive behavior. The competing rewards gradually become less effective.
Except the bush.
Correct.
You said it was treatment.
It replaces uncontrolled dependency with a manageable one.
Managed by you.
Centralized treatment is safer than uncontrolled relapse.
The system does not cure addiction. It moves every craving into one product, then makes one supplier responsible for access. People stop drinking, they stop gambling, they stop chasing every substance that once controlled them. Then they spend the rest of their lives earning permission to feel normal. Rick was not a customer. He was a conversion.
Phase 2 makes the transfer persistent. Once administered, ordinary reward pathways do not fully recover.
Tony called it an antidote.
He was authorized to obtain consent by the most efficient available method.
You call that consent?
We record acceptance at the moment of administration.
The calm inside you is almost unbearable. Every fear feels distant. Every old humiliation feels small enough to forgive. Even Rick's betrayal appears soft around the edges. You understand exactly why he returned. For one terrible moment, the injector does not look like a threat. It looks like relief. That understanding frightens you more than the people blocking the exits. You place the injector on the table. The waitress reaches for it. You keep one finger over the activation switch.
No.
Phase 2 is voluntary.
Then we're leaving.
Observation is not.
Refusing Phase 2 protects one thing. The first dose will fade. Your reward system may recover. You will not belong to them permanently. But refusal does not open the doors. A retrieval worker takes the injector. From the basement, you hear Tony cough again. Alive, listening. No one speaks. You came here to celebrate Rick's sobriety. At this point, leaving alive would feel sufficiently festive. The waitress returns with a covered dish. It is much larger than the first. She places it between you and Rick.
The first plate measures effect. The second measures choice.
Don't.
No one will force you to eat it. We only need to see how long you continue choosing not to.
The angry bush was listed as an appetizer. You are beginning to understand why.